The average deadbolt used to last the lifetime of your home. You installed it once and forgot about it. Today, smart locks are dying in 2 to 3 years, bricking after firmware updates, and in some cases, leaving your front door completely unlocked while you sleep. If you are about to spend $150 to $300 on a smart lock this weekend, or you already installed one in the last year, you could be living with a security hole that nobody warned you about. Locksmiths and security professionals have been raising alarms about this for years. But the brands selling these locks would rather you just buy the next model when yours fails. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what manufacturers changed inside your smart lock to make it less secure and less reliable. The 3 brands that locksmiths say to avoid, and the one buying rule that can protect your home for the next decade. For over a century, deadbolts were purely mechanical. A hardened steel bolt, a brass cylinder, and a set of pins. Simple, proven, and nearly impossible to defeat without serious tools. A quality deadbolt from the 1980s or 90s could take tens of thousands of lock and unlock cycles without failing. Locksmiths could rekey them in 5 minutes. Parts were universal. Then, starting around 2014 and exploding after 2020, the smart home boom changed everything. Venture capital money poured into connected lock startups. Big tech companies entered the space with zero locksmithing experience, and the race to hit a $199 price point at big box stores gutted the physical security that actually keeps your door locked. Here is what actually changed inside the lock. First, the bolt itself. Traditional deadbolts use a full 1-inch hardened steel throw bolt. That is the piece that extends into your door frame and physically holds the door shut. Many smart locks have quietly shortened that bolt to 3/4 of an inch or less and switched from hardened steel to zinc alloy. Zinc is softer, lighter, and cheaper. It also bends under force. So the one component that physically stops someone from kicking in your door has been downgraded to save a few cents in manufacturing. Second, the motor and drive train. Smart locks use a small motor to turn the bolt. Budget models use plastic gear trains that strip out after a few thousand cycles. When that plastic gear cracks, your lock either jams shut or worse, fails to fully extend the bolt. You think your door is locked. The app says locked, but the bolt is sitting halfway in the frame doing absolutely nothing. Third, firmware dependency. Many smart locks require cloud servers to function. If the company goes under, gets acquired, or simply decides to stop supporting your model, your lock can lose critical features overnight. In 2023, a major smart home company shut down its cloud services, and thousands of locks lost remote access and auto-lock functionality with zero warning. Your $250 lock became a paperweight with a keyhole. A 2024 study from a cybersecurity research group tested over 40 popular smart locks and found that 68% had at least one exploitable vulnerability. These ranged from Bluetooth replay attacks that could unlock the door in under 30 seconds to unencrypted wireless signals that could be intercepted from the sidewalk. Nearly a third of the locks tested had no fix available from the manufacturer. Let us talk specific brands, starting with the wave of cheap smart locks flooding online marketplaces. Brands you have never heard of with 5-star reviews that look suspiciously identical. Many of these are built in the same factories, running the same unpatched firmware, and sold under dozens of different names. They look sleek in photos. They have impressive feature lists. But inside, you are getting plastic internals, bottom-tier Bluetooth chips with known security flaws, and zero commitment to software updates. When the battery dies or the motor fails, there is no customer support line to call. These are disposable gadgets pretending to be security hardware. Next, Kwikset's smart lock lineup, specifically their budget models. Kwikset has a long history in residential hardware, but their entry-level smart locks have drawn consistent criticism from locksmiths. The smart key cylinder, while convenient for rekeying, has been demonstrated to be vulnerable to a simple forced entry technique using a basic tool that costs less than $10. The smart features layered on top add connectivity, but do not fix the underlying mechanical weakness. You are paying for an app while the physical lock remains the weak link. Then there is August. August was one of the original smart lock darlings and got acquired by a larger company in 2017. Since then, locksmiths report a noticeable decline in build quality across newer models. Common complaints include Wi-Fi connectivity drops, auto-lock failures, and a retrofit design that relies entirely on your existing deadbolt hardware. If your existing deadbolt is cheap, August just made a cheap lock slightly smarter. It did not make it more secure, and here is the pattern. Nearly every budget smart lock now uses the same cost-cut formula. Zinc alloy bolts instead of hardened steel, plastic gear trains instead of metal, bottom-tier wireless chips with inconsistent encryption, and cloud-dependent software that can be abandoned at any time. The lock is engineered to sell on a feature list, not to survive on your front door. Quick question. Before I show you the brands that are actually worth installing, drop a comment right now. Has your smart lock ever failed, glitched, or left your door unlocked without you knowing? I am betting more of you will say yes than you would like to admit. So if those brands are risky, what can you actually buy? Here are the 3 brands that locksmiths and security professionals actually recommend and why. Number 3, Yale, specifically their Assure Lock 2 lineup. Yale has been manufacturing locks since 1843. Their smart locks are built on genuine commercial-grade deadbolt platforms with full 1-inch steel bolts. They partner with major smart home ecosystems but keep the physical security as the foundation. The hardware does not depend on Wi-Fi to lock your door. If the electronics fail, you still have a fully functional high-security deadbolt. Number 2, Schlager. The Schlager Encode Plus is considered the best mainstream smart lock by most security professionals. It uses a commercial-grade bolt assembly, a metal gear drivetrain, and has earned a Grade 1 ANSI rating, the highest security rating available for residential locks. Schlager has also maintained a consistent firmware update schedule and does not require a cloud connection for core lock and unlock functions. You are looking at $250 to $300, but the mechanical bones of this lock are the same as what gets installed on commercial buildings. And number 1, the brand that locksmiths trust the most is Abloy. Abloy is a Finnish manufacturer that has been building high-security locks for over a century. Their smart lock offerings are limited, but engineered to an entirely different standard. We are talking pick-proof disc detainer cylinders, full hardened steel bolts, and electronics that are layered on top of what is already one of the most physically secure lock platforms in the world. They start around $400 and can run up to $700 for the flagship smart models. More upfront, absolutely, but you are buying a lock that treats security as the primary function and connectivity as a bonus, not the other way around. Here is the rule of thumb locksmiths use, and I want you to remember this one line. Check the bolt, check the rating. If a smart lock does not have at least an ANSI Grade 2 rating, it was not built to secure your home. If the bolt is zinc alloy and shorter than 1 inch, it is a gadget, not a lock. And if the lock requires a cloud server to perform basic functions, you are one company decision away from owning a very expensive doorknob. The bottom line: your smart lock was designed to sell, not to secure, and the replacement will be designed the same way. The only way out is to buy from brands that still engineer locks, because your safety depends on it. Check the bolt, check the rating. That is it. If this saved you from making a dangerous mistake, subscribe, because next week I am covering home security cameras and they have the same problem: cloud-dependent storage, hackable firmware, and lenses that fog out in under a year. That one is even worse.